Yakitachi. Hello everybody, welcome and welcome in. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having an awesome day so far. How's everyone doing? Please let me know. As you know, I'm curious. I'm very curious. And if you don't want to tell me, that's perfectly fine. You know that keep everything that you wish to yourself. Hello, Joseph. Hello, Hakuro. Hello, Ryuji. Hello, Strat. Broke a lot of Docta's emotional Dakuta emotionally. The story is certified for needing tissues for most doctors. Oh boy. All right. Well, let's not waste time. Let's not waste time. First and foremost, I like to do my recruitment tags anytime that we kind of start, what's it called, an Arknights. So we'll do that very quickly before we go in and be sad, okay? That way we have a moment of respite before this sadness begins, as you guys have very much told me. Hi Errol. This is a very heartbreaking storyline. Something Darth Plagueis the Wise. Have you ever heard of the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? How ironic. He could save others from death, but not himself. Oh. But yes, this usually takes like 10 minutes. So like in the event that you're watching this VOD, feel free to skip ahead. Because I'm sure it's like, get to the story already. Gosh, you know, even though we're right here, I gotta give something for us to all look forward to, right? Sage fought hard to be like, okay, please play the story, do the story. Trying to skip but not working. Oh, that's funny. The tumors. I like that. I'm trying to skip, but it's not working. Hello? One of these days, I'll be able to get a 5-star. So, we have Sage to thank for this read-along. Yes, he asked pretty much like every single stream since Babel came out. Please read it. Please read it. And in Discord, he also asked a couple of times too. He was like, please read it. 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 And then every now and then he'd even ping me and be like, please read it. He was like, Hayami, this story, it touches the hearts and souls of even those that don't have hearts and souls. Are you gonna read it? No, I decided not to in this last second. I'm not reading. No, I'm kidding. It's just a joke. Please, not everyone all leave at once. Ooh. I have him, but I don't think I've ever actually gotten him from recruitment. Oh, rare tags. Let's go. Arknights tags. I'm gonna make a website or like a something and just name it Arknights and see what happens one day. Like when I have like a lot of money and can just burn it on things, That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna make a website and name it Arknight. That's it. Like, there's literally no other thing to it. It's that simple. I'm just gonna name it Arknight. See what happens. Make a product called Arknight and make it a hammer. I love that. I really hope we finally get more Enfield content now that Babel dropped for global. Enfield. I noticed you guys talked about Enfield a little bit. What is Enfield? If you don't mind me asking. And if you do, I'm very sad, and I'm sorry for asking. Arknight Enfield? No. Arknight. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one. You, the past me. The Papucom demo? I don't know what that is. So I'm gonna actually say certainly not, because I've never heard of that. Hi, Dr. Solo Wing. Welcome. How are you doing this fine day? They found the Arknight and stabbed John Arknight. Alright, here we go. Let's listen to the beautiful voice acting of Arknights. A boy cries in his dream to weather the blizzard. A girl wraps him within her cloak and wipes his tears away. Freezing, gusting, the air screams on. A game by Aishi, gameplay-wise like Wowo or Genshin. Aishi's new co-op gimmick shooter? I have not. Softly, the Cyclops tells of an epic tale, far away. Through the snowstorm seems her voice comes. The myriad souls calls become harmony with it. The voice whispers the drum of their beat. And the stream is bitter cold. Within, the girl seizes a faint breath. She covers the boy's eyes and closes her own. Even now, even here for them, the ballad from 1,000 years ago is still playing. Arknights Enfield is a real-time 3D RPG with strategic elements by Hypergriff. Okay. Who got stabby too? Armies fell upon their home. Them I saw from afar, or our home. From valleys to hills, our lands they scarred. The king slaughtered, the myriad souls did lament. Yet one sovereign fell, 6 heroes rose. I blew the horn, led the flight, faced their foes. Alas, the wanderer's city collapsed. To run swift as the fleeting peace elapsed. When all seemed lost, a black crown appeared. The twins brought hope where dread had reared. Spreads the rift, giving birth to betrayal. An assassin in the heart of tempest, them I saw from afar. A sword to slay the regent king, a spear to pierce the royal ring. Legend ends. As justice calls, to righteous fate, the mighty falls. That is how this episode ends. The Cyclops fades into the blizzard of the dreamscape, leaving the child behind her. The boy's own cries grow distant from his ears. He wakes. Summer, 1094. Outskirts of an abandoned town. Castel? Let's hear the beautiful Arknight voice acting proceeds to voice act the entire cutscene. I don't see it. There's no... Where is it? Where's the voice acting? Okay, I'm used to voice acting. Is there no voice? No. Is there no voice act? Okay. All right, I'm gonna give this guy a bleach. What's it called? What's the guy's name? Yuhabak voice. Unless this is a girl. If it's a girl, I'm sorry. This is how this episode ends, Ascalon. My story is over. That is what my people, the Cyclops bound for the deep north, saw as they gazed their last of Castel. Was that a page from the long-lost history, a possible future yet to come, or plain meaningless gibbering? It's still a pleasant voiceover, thank you. None new for the past millennium. Until they came, and fate's rapids began to narrow into a surer course. Hush, one. And now the fate she saw has drawn before our eyes. Oh, I can't do that for long. Oh, my poor chest. Voice acting would be killer on a mobile storage? I don't care. I'm surprised you'd even hear me out. Bright red blood creeps along his mask, trickling down his chest. Ascalon's eyes narrow a hair. He's out of luck. You're about to die, so I gave you one last token of respect. Hush, those prophecies never did gnaw at you in all the time we knew each other. No. That's why you will never understand how a greedy soul thirsts to control his fate. Choose better last words. I know how you hurried to convene with those Babel members, but it's not yet time for you to leave. Look, the catastrophe is near. Ah, funny. I'm curious now. What was it you found within the storm? Step aside. No commission left unfinished. The rule I set myself back when I was at the Scar Market. Alive. Ugh. A dawn-like mist and wound about his wound is wound about the Cyclops' neck as Ascalon vanishes behind him, leaving his body to dangle over the cliff's edge. You ever seen your own end, then? I don't care for prophecies. We have that in common. But fact is, none of us can outrun our fate. Don't you want to struggle out of it? What makes you not? Why can you not? How can you not? Never forget, you have your place in the prophecies too. Whimpering, storming. A plaintive chant rings in their ears, an elegy o'er the horizon from the convolvulus of the banshees sucked into the storm's eyes. Laugh will get bouncy Yari's gif? Bubble members that cough who bleated the Arknights? An indescribable pain rips from behind her ears to the soles of her feet. This nameless elegy, this ill omen. Farewell, Castel. A single sigh reaches Ascalon. Her hand tightens fast until not even the faintest sound will leave Scar Eye's throat again. And then she lets go. Dang to fate. In a blink, the tremendous figure of the Cyclops becomes no more than a speck below the overhang. The mist scatters to the storm. The shadow of a hood goes with it. All vanishes within the teardrops falling from the cliff. Gasps, rolls of thunder from catastrophe clouds, whistles as sand is swept across the barrens. The sound of everything culminates in silence. This is long. I won't lie. This is like Limbus Company long. Londinium, Victoria. Oh gosh. Now, lift your heads, sarcasm of hers. If you would see through the calling she bestowed you, here I stand. Come forth. It's longer than Lone Trail. You may avenge her. My name is stitched onto my clothes, stitched by Her Highness to the Ressa's own hands. I can feel it faintly burning right this moment. I know what that means. The mission she assigned us is over. We'll clash with you no more. The Sarkas do not draw on each other before the invader. We pledge our loyalty to you, Regent. So long as you hold your zeal and earnestness for the Sarkas, we will trust you with our lives. Even though you nearly ruined all the plans we set up in Victoria. Should the military commission put us to death, we would be willing to die. As long as it could bring a better end. As long as an end as she wished. A moment ago, you were the renegades in chief, but all but ready to entomb our plans. How can I possibly believe? Manfred. As she wished, you said. Your name, Deathmonger. Julie, hope you have your tea ready. But will she last this long yapping? As long as humanly possible, I believe. I believe. And I will hand it to you. Your final mission. Gods, assassins, mercenaries, survivors of the Sea of Bloodshed, one and all, you are to enter the mausoleum of kings. You are to render Victoria's iron heart a scrap. You are to ambush and wipe out every last steam knight. You'd let us take part in the Commission's core plan to enfeeble Londinium? Manfred will take good care of you. There's no chance we leave that place alive, is there? You're welcome to fight for it. Very well. What's keeping you here? I'm just taking it in. I'm looking at the one who fostered Ascalon. She never rid herself of you. I swear to follow Her Highness, Theresia, with no inkling that the tale of mixed blood twins, rewriters of Castel's history, would end this way. Let alone that this disposable life of mine had a place in it. Farewell, Your Highness, Theresis. I take my hatred of you to the grave. Oh, well, that's one way to say goodbye. Like, you know, farewell, I hate you. Rhodes Island of Babel, Castel. Wait a minute, I fought that dude. Keep going, Catset. Never since the day she was born has this corridor felt so endlessly long to Catset. Montreater. What kind of voice should I give her? Montreater. Something very no emotion? Oh, monster. My dame. Do not bury us. Castel's soil cannot hold any more traitors. Finish him. Black Widow? Like a spider? I know that even left on your own, your step will never falter. The voice... What voice do a disappointment ex-wife? Give her the Yuhawk voice. I can't do it. My poor chest. Disappointed ex-wife. Kind of like, I'm gonna take the kids. Mia. Doctor. System unresponsive. This is... Monster. Cut the door down. Or cut the door down. You gotta give it some more emotion. Monster. Meltdown. You believe loneliness is yours alone, that you have none of the same kind, yet from the day you woke again, we walk shoulder to shoulder, haven't we? Immortal empires turn to dust. Elders' scepters rent in two under ancients. Rallying cries pulses over the sky like a surge, the immutable rhythm of the stars, from resplendent glimmer to dull collapse. Accounts that used S3 on Dora, a tired and disappointed ex-wife who was so tired of dealing with her random stupidity. She actually sounds like Morgan Freeman. Death, rebirth, the all-encompassing cycle. She's ever so familiar with it. Morgan Freeman. Teresa. Oh. We have official Calcit in dub voice. Ooh, official. Yet still, one day I'll choose to slow down to stop in place. To stop in place where I am. When I do, Calcit, don't grieve. Keep going. Immutable rhythm of the stars, my brain. The rhythm of the night. Calcit subconsciously searches her memories. Death, rebirth, the all-encompassing cycle. No. It's not the same. Not this time. Not quite. She must bid to the first who could ever converse with her as an equal, to her dearest friend, farewell. Teresa. So, Calcit, it's time to say goodbye. Mia, Doctor. What? I always say one day our wandering is bound to end. One day. The Sarkaz's wandering is bound to end. Now, your wandering too has reached its endpoint. That is a very sad image. I actually saw it on when I was looking for the promotional artwork. Someone put like, spoilers this. So it's like, why would they do that? It was like there for everyone to see. I know, I knew full well this possibility always existed. Why? I should have stayed behind. It's my... Because I believe in Rhodes Island. I believe in Babel. I believe in you. Calcit, I hope the Rhodes Island can always be a place you name home. An island you may always return to. I already did everything I could do. I won't harbor complaint for my own end. Babel's mission is concluded when you and this landship have only just set sail. I am not the same kind as you, Calcit. I cannot explain away your puzzlement. But I have always been your companion. And now and after, I will always be with you all. Now, you're just in time for suffering. And that was just the prologue? Da, da. 64 years ago, autumn, 10:30. Sky Market, Castel. You protect this tag around your neck with your life. You're my precious property. Slave. You understand? Blah, 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 blah. You'd better be worth something. Well, stay here and don't move. You inspect the goods. The slave trader casts a glance at the silent slave behind the mercenary's back, then silently shakes his head. Where'd you get it? Or where'd you get it? Found him on the way here, dying of thirst and about to become Mongler Chow. Thought he could fetch a good price. I came from Castel. I could find someone who... Doesn't matter to us where you're from, slave. Say, you're... Hi gosh, Shy Nessie? All we care, as long as someone buys you out. I'm just checking if you've got a tail. You never know where these mercs get their goods. I promise you, he's clean. You better not be messing with me. Cash or barter. Ain't gonna live long enough for money to mean something. Give me some good weapons. You're the boss. He's second rate at best. I'll let you two blades, freshly cast. How about you take another look with your with your eyes open this time? You can dress him up as a first rate, but it won't change anything. If you don't like an offer, feel free to get lost. And put that machete of yours away. This is the Scar Market you're in. You throw in more? I was out on the Li 10 Nayan border before I got back. I've got first-hand intel about the whole war and the court. Well, here's something for nothing. Careful what you spew out of your mouth if you want to stay alive here. Ooh. 10 out of good pronunciation. Hi, CJC. Hello, Dragonaric. Higashi is Arknight Japan. Oh, so I have to say it as if I were to be speaking Japanese. Higashian. Higashi. Ashwat. Mouthing around, you have valuable first-hand intel. You want to guess where that'll get you? Leave the guns and scram. You're holding up the line. Not happy? Drown your sorrows in the bar. Our boss, Scar Eye, brews one heck of a drink. Doesn't matter if you can pay your tab. I'll take your weapons as collateral. Merc. One more thing. Where do you run your bounty board? I'm here to strike it rich. The bar folk will be happy to inform you. The merc stares around this floating hub, hidden away in the giant subterranean. Hashwath will not be funny. Hollow beneath Castel, amidst the moans of the slaves, the faint yet constant rumble of lava and burst of originium dust can be heard rising from beneath the market. Eyeing the rugged path beneath him, the mercenary recalls the perils he faced to reach here from the surface and shutters. Just how many people are there in this gosh dang chasm? Enough to break your fall if you jumped. Welcome to the Scar Market, Greenhorn. You'll love it here. What's the deal over there? Why the crowd? Probably another big name just rolled back into town. Aren't you here to strike it rich? Go on then. I'd rather keep my horns out of all this mess. The merc vaguely makes out a pale white figure flitting through the chaotic gloom of the street. White clothes? You don't see that every day in Casdell. You're injured. Tell me something I don't know. You're... The last time I was here, it was someone else handling the transactions. Yes. You're referring to my grandfather. He never stopped bragging about how he fought you. He'd fought you and lived. I'm surprised you'd remember him. In a good sense, though, that means he wasn't lying. All this time. It must have been a good 60 years by now. General Theresis? Sarkaz is already a derogatory name for the people of Casdell, so you already... Oh. Okay. Already? How sad that nothing here has changed at all. I imagine that Her Highness... With Her Highness here too, there'll be no more violence this time? Even if things get bloody, eventually you'll leave, but we'll always be here, General. We'll always have business, so long as Casdell's unrest never rests. Even now, I remember one thing my grandpa mentioned his boast. He said to you, it's the land of Casdell that needs us. Theresis looks at the slaves, their heads down in cages. He draws his sword. Tadafons? Oh, war and turmoil, something, have necessitated the trade for over a century. The Scar Market. General, provided you can reach the surface alive, take a fresh look at Casdell. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Had to make sure that the internet was good. Sorry about that, everyone. Thank you for bearing with me. We're back. Hello. Let's continue our reading. Sorry again. Alright. Hold on. Let me get things kind of set up here. Hello? Come on, please load. Please load the chat. Okay, there we go. Oh, alright. Sorry about that. Sometimes you guys know how the internet is. Hello, scuffed nyam. Oh, I don't want to be scuffed nyam. Yes, I'm not inclined to explain our vision to the likes of you. He gets to sound a bit more poofy because he is he's honestly a little mean. Oh, to the likes of you. Oh, until then, I welcome you, mercenaries, to challenge me just as you 60 years ago. Oh. I will take you to Casdell, willing or otherwise. Oh. And thank you. His voice isn't loud, but every sarcasm present hangs on to his every word. The mixed blood of sarcasm stands alone. No retinue, no army. No, armed only with an ordinary-looking long sword, casually held. His steely gaze pierces through the dim of the street, settling calmly in the direction of the only person he cares for. 10 out of 10 acting, thank you. You can dismiss the mercenaries in ambush. No doubt they're your most trusted men. This is out of respect for King of Sarkaz. None aside from the general can claim to know your true motives after all. Your Highness, do you truly believe this can change the fate of the Sarkaz? That you're not just another ill-fated hero caught in the cycle of hope and failure? You read it with a ooh voice? Following that Pyrrhic victory... Pyrrhic? Pyrrhic. We built from zero a moving city, the great nomad of Sarkaz soil, for over a century now. We can evade catastrophes and foreign armies. Our development has finally reached a point of basic self-sufficiency, but it's so far from enough. The storm has long been brewing over on the horizon, but we were too oblivious. Like a bird and beast, too slow to react, too old to move. Your Highness must be referring to that war between Lathanan and Gaul. Surely you, too, are aware of the magnitude of that war. Corsica, I even secretly hired our royal court casters as his consultants, but despite a period of seclusion, Latanian's Witch King thwarted Gaul's offenses with his opening move. And now, Ursus and Victoria have also declared war on Gaul. These present empires display a might so far removed from the enemy 130 years ago, against which we staked all of Kasdal just to barely prevail. That was already a victory in name only. If Kasdal must now be thrust in the same situation, how could it possibly end? Oh, it is for this end that you wish to establish the military commission of Kasdal. Yet the old aristocrats of the royal court grow resentful, refusing to relinquish their sumptuous city lives, viewing this as an attempt to challenge their privileges. A century of peace is enough for certain memories to slip their minds. So, what made you, Dayan, do come in person? Do you see the Scar Market as the royal court for the bottom feeders, where the likes of us scrape by and make merry? My only hope is for more sarcasts to join us and resist the voices that refuse to embrace change. Resist? Perhaps your Highness meant terrorize and purge. What I want is reform, not a slaughter. So, what's the reward? The Scar Market's not a real royal court. What we have with the mercenaries is a partnership, not fealty. No one will work for us. Reward? Are the spoils of war not enough? Are the riches, power, or food that should have gone to the hungry people not enough to sate your appetite? You claim to provide shelter and a livelihood for countless Sarkaz warriors with your rhetoric justice. Yet, I can almost hear their bones crunch as you squeeze them dry for profit. Sorry, but this is a business. Oh, sorry. We eat people whole and chew on their bones. Scar-Eye. You two are Sarkaz. You two are part of Kastel. Well, the Risa cannot see what expression lies beneath Scar-Eye's mask, His emotions are clear before her pitch-black crown. No commoner in Castel would ever dare defy the royal court. But in his emotions, all Theresis sees is fervor and bloodlust. Scar, I pronounce scary. Ooh, scary! I like that pronunciation. You won't refuse. Why would I? Do you think I'm scared they'll take revenge on me? The royal court's no mystery to me. Your Highness knows that plenty well. And let me say, you've promised me, no doubt, the best reward I could ask for. We thrive on chaos, and I can see the level of chaos you will bring upon Castel. The fact that you've kept the name Scare tells me that your ideas haven't changed. Like you said, the nations of Terra grown tremendously in power over the last century. We could throw more revenants into the soul furnace and stoke its flames, but it'll not close the gap. So why force the people, who aren't really of the same race, to band together, call themselves Sarkas, and build a giant target called Castel? The war between 4 superpowers has proven that the other Terran nations can accept our existence as mercenaries, and that's where the Scar Market comes in. And your Highness surely knows that we've become a community, a town, because many of us could never fit into the elitist, bloodline-obsessed royal court. In all these years, I may have helped just as many Sarkas find a new way of life as the 6 heroes, if not even more. 6 heroes? And I'm not the least bit ashamed to say it, Your Highness, King of Sarkas. Theresa doesn't reply. All she offers is a faint smile at the Cyclops. It suddenly occurs to Scary that this King of Sarkas belongs to no royal court and represents no bloodline. Her sole aim is to persuade the Sarkas, who are unwilling to believe that Castel can be built, some of whom even committed crimes for the cause. Bold. Bold. Crazy, but bold. To believe once more. But is she enough to break free from the cycle of tragic failures, from the ending he foresaw? Come to think of it, there's one more thing I don't get, Your Highness. I might have agreed to help you, but why didn't you and General Theresis simply burn this place to the ground before the day's end? I would have little chance of winning if you decided to do so. Just like you did 60 years ago. A minute ago, you described Castel as nothing but a target, and that you want another way for the Sarkas to live, one that would have them depend on other nations. Yes. So tell me, in your prophetic visions, have you seen Castel's destruction? Have you seen my death, Theresis's death, and destruction of all that you stand against? Okay, chat, we have the same kind of dedication. Time to go commit crimes in the... No, don't do that, please. Please, gosh, that's awful. I don't want that to happen. I don't want my name attached to that. Oh. And what about yourself? How do you behold your death? A slow, agonizing death by oropathy? Slain in battle on foreign soil? Or drowned in a sea of plots and conspiracies? Have you ever left this place and seen Castel as it is now? Have you ever truly seen the future? Is that your way of asking for a prophecy? I don't give handouts, but for your highness, I'll consider a discount. Such nerve. No wonder you were able to claw your way out of bleakness and rebuild this mercenary's paradise. But I'll pass on the prophecy. Prophecies and fate have no value. It's getting late. I look forward to your return to Castel. He watches her go and heaves a long sigh, only when her footsteps fall from earshot. Son of a B-word. Foresight prophecies? His own death? He bought his coffin this very morning. Oh, So what sacrifices do we offer up to her? Hot men to her? No, hot women. Hayami's favorite operator. Woman. Tally up the losses. Boss, the slaves. Set them free. They're bound to get tangled up in the scar market after the war begins anyways. At most, we lose out on pocket change. Did anyone take on General Theresis and survive? Yeah, I've noted them all down. Take them to the supplies for a little reward. They've got real balls. When you're done, take them to the bar entrance and kill them all in front of everyone. Send their heads to General Theresis as an oh my god. Got it. Send the rewards to whatever family and friends they have as bereavement. Tell every merc looking to make a living in the scar market I don't want to see anyone trying funny stuff on my turf. This gonna need 3 stream, so Uncle Tape. He heads alone to the bar, the tags on his cloak jingling in his steps. He stands prominently in the crowd, watching as blades take the light from the mercenary's eyes. Still, no one fights back. In utter disappointment. Drinks around the house tonight, both to celebrate the 2 highnesses sparing your lives, and to celebrate the huge gig you all just landed. Your objective is in Castel. Get your stuff ready. Soon, you're all gonna be in the city. Or like Grandpa Helliger? We offering Helliger and Minor. Do we offer Chon Gus too? Secret entrance of Scar Market, Castel. You've been quiet for some while now, Theresa. Are you hesitating? No. Oh wait, right, I have to give him the poofy voice. No, I have confidence in you. A reshuffle of the War Council is inevitable. It's just... I've been thinking about the city's future. War itself won't stop, Gaul. Our pace has fallen too far behind. Corsica. Commands an indomitable fleet of dreadnoughts and guard battalions. Mad King of Latanian has more than his arts in his arsenal to affect Gaul's failure. The industrial might of both Ursus and Victoria in the throes of a large-scale war has far surpassed our imaginations. Corsica the First. Oh! Many assume to know war like the back of their hands simply by living long enough through it. Oh. If our concept of war still lingers on the battle from a century ago, we have drastically underestimated how quickly wars can nourish empires and fuel dictatorships. This is exactly why we need a military commission. It's more than that, Theresis. I know. When the day comes when the Sarkas wish to live on, and if a brittle, creaking city is all they have to call their own, it will be far from enough. Ooh, Do you remember the idea I proposed back when Calcit was designing the city's blueprints with us?
Babel.
To transcend the borders of race and nation, to echo far and wide in our ideals and our epics.
Founded by Cyclops.
We will prepare a council for the coming crisis, strive to eradicate the poverty, and disease that have plagued them for millennia, and send a message to all of Terra. Him from Powerpuff Girls, is she gonna keep using the same voice for the races for whole Babel? There will come a future where we all stand as one. The Sarkas, too, are part of Terra's destiny. This is not the first Theresis has heard of her idea. Apart from the Dame, who left after helping build the nomadic city of Kesdal many years ago, he alone knows the true belief of the current king of Sarkas.
Kesdal won't accept this. Babel, you and I both know that well. It's but a dream of attempting to subvert reality.
Yes, for now at least. We can't be talking of such grand ideals, while even our own affairs are Our own affairs are slipping away for us. Hayamichi, hello, Batalia. It's my hope this Babel can be part of Kesdal, Theresis.
Are you prepared then? As I said before, it's not just other nations that will oppose you. Kesdal and Sarkas clinging to their hatred will also stand against you. It is cruel to force them to forgive and forget. The persecution of Sarkas is not history. The ancient hatred is what drives many to survive until this day.
I am the king of Sarkas. The responsibility is all mine to bear. I must show them a way out of this.
I see. Then go. Do what you will. Teresa, I do not approve of your vision, but I do support your decision, and the future military commission will, too. If your gaze is set too far to see what lies before you, then I shall sweep away all that obstructs you at the moment, just as always.
I know.
Come, let's go home. Kesdal still needs us for what's about to happen.
Oh yes. Scary. Mentioned the prophecy again as I was leaving. The signs of a pessimistic fate.
And your reaction? I don't care.
Oh. I don't care.
Agreed.
Kesdal, a strange yet familiar name. Many from this great land see it as the pit from which devils crawl, a terrible place to be avoided at all costs. While to the Sarkas, the name only evokes equally conflicted emotions. Despite generations of Sarkas passing on that Kesdal is the Sarkas' home, an outsider might wonder if they mean the city or the entirety of these lands. When he's under the rain with a certain someone we know, perhaps only they themselves will know. It never struck me on the way out just how high this wall is. Oh well, at least I can go home alive now. That means I'm pretty lucky. That man in the scar market, that was General Theresis. This first of the city's founders, the hero of that legendary campaign. If only I had the courage to take me in, maybe I could have just... I'm dreaming again. He sits atop the high wall, experiencing for the first time a new lease on life. A few of Kesdal's civilians, save for those children who haven't yet cottoned onto the fear of death ever climb onto the city wall. If the tremendous pipes and tubes piled high can even be called a wall. The intricately tangled forest of originium spikes can take the lives of anyone who loses their footing, but it also serves as a haven for pilferers and mercenaries to stash their goods. Smugglers and vagrants cross through the dark underground, peeking out from tunnels and drains at the mines and factories, scuttling from one corner of the city to another. The life of the life the slave once knew. The general gave me a fresh start, so what should I do now? He gazes at the furnace, burning and smoldering away, teeming with indiscernible workers as they carry iridium, steel, dirt, and stones into its hearth. To Castel, the nomad, its flames bring motion, while the molten metal that flows out adds new appendage to the city. For a whole century, it's bulked its incessant black smoke. None know whether it's ash or originium dust. Some say it's the bitter anger and anguish as the revenants exhale their last breaths. Witchcraft altars hang high in the sky, intermittently flashing their blinding rays. The slave has heard many different versions of their urban legend. The most frightening version claims that the royal court's casters work day and night on the altars, watching everything and listening to every conversation in the city. Maybe I can try my luck at the factories too. It doesn't matter what else, I've made it back alive. It's been months since I left. I don't know how many of my friends are still alive. BRB cats want attention, all good, except her. The nomadic city of Castel. Sarcasm swearing. What happened here? Why are all the doors open and the furniture smashed? Pull top, you're back. It's you. What are you doing here? Where'd you get that ornament? Something big is happening. Real quaint nobles are being dragged out of their houses and killed by mercenaries appearing from nowhere. A lot of us have been sneaking into the empty houses, and boy, have we dredged up some good stuff. How are you still alive, though? Word got out you wanted to leave the city and find your own way after so long, so we all assumed you died out there. You won't believe my luck. First, I was left to die without food or water. Then I was taken to the scar market, but guess what? General Theresis saved my life. The general himself. Then, on my way home, I ran into this guy with a halo over his head, calling himself the messenger, and he brought me all the way back to the city wall. So, I've decided to change my name to Good Luck. Starting today, you guys can forget that lousy old name of mine. Guy with a halo, a Sancta, and then the general. You sure learned how to lie. Good luck. Believe me or don't. But either way, today is a fresh start for me. I'm gonna be a miner. I looted Notch's house earlier and found some hot air balloons. Wanna launch me on one and put that luck of yours to good use? I'm in. Well, that was fast. Man, feels good to be home. Good Luck glanced at the people storming the street. This is the life he knows. Oh, something to drink. If he wants to survive in the city, we'll offer him away. Thank you, Fate. And thank you, General. Good lord. And that was only the before portion. everyone. The nomadic city of Kazdel. Kazdel. Hey, let me through already. Ooh. Hey, no shoving. You want a good spot? I'll trade you mine for some high purity originium out of the mines. Don't just grab the leaflet on my hands. Ugh, that blood all over you stinks. Can't tell but when you're breaking into dead people's houses. Lingonez. That's how you read the word, right? Where's Lingon's? Gaul. Oh. Where's Gaul? How the sarcasm swearing? Should I know where Gaul is? Hayami, don't forget your plug. Oh, thank you, Sage. Guys, thank you for watching the content. If you enjoy it, please consider giving me a like as it helps out the stream so much. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, what's with the attitude? Shh. The Highnesses and Royal Court big shots are discussing something in the chamber. I heard about reorganizing the city. Haven't you noticed all the extra guards on the street recently? Duh. So quiet down a bit. Weather's been real stuffy today. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, it is decided. The military commission will replace the old war council in assisting the Sarkas. Theresa, assisting the King of Sarkas, Theresa, in decision-making of Kazdal's political and military affairs. The military commission will be the sole administration of Kazdal, and none will have the authority to issue commands of Sarkas in the royal court's name. All present have already received the details of this resolution to the royal court leaders who still wish to cling to the war council. Know that the military commission of Kazdal will become the final bastion of Sarkas, our eternal fortress and usher of a new order.
Are there any further questions?
Your Highness appears more haggard than you did yesterday. Please, look after your health. No military commission is worth it, if it comes at the cost of your Highness's health.
Ooh. La Quera Maline. Thank you.
I know how hard you have worked for this day, and I also know how Kazdal today views the banshees of Convalis. Before I stayed our position, I encountered a lost envoy of the Liches on my journey here. He entrusted me with a letter to your Highness. That he couldn't even find the road here lets us be proof of the immense changes Kazdal has undergone.
A letter from Latanian.
If things are going as expected, your Highness's messenger would still not have received any news from the Cyclops. Rather than waiting for the response from deep in the blizzard, should we not hear how the Liches of Latanian answer?
You're right. It has been a very long time since the Sarkas were able to truly unite.
Oh?
The ornate calligraphy turn into silken threads that float above the paper and weave into the shape of a familiar figure.
Fremont.
Oh wait, I was about to go like Poofy.
Fremont. A Lich who has long resided in Lathon.
Is it Latonian or Lathonian? Lathonian.
It appears that he is now the first scribe for the Liches. It seems that the arts practiced by the liches of Nathanian have seen some stylistic changes. Oh, he appears rather excited.
Why is there only one image, but no sound? Well, the Lich Envoy did suggest to me that he was rather vexed with refining his master's words, but never did he imagine. In short, Fremont apologizes on behalf of the Liches. They are enthralled as ever in their quest for knowledge, and are therefore unable to afford the distraction of making the long journey here. But if Castel were ever in need of their knowledge, they would happily throw away the gates to their temple for the people they have chosen. Lathanyan. He's muted his voice message. I am sure that your abilities, your highness, can understand Fremont's attitude on the matter. From his image alone. To me it appears as though he is sensitive to drastic change, as has always been his wont. Ah, yes. There's another letter from Fremont. One addressed directly to the general. Might I remind you, Lequeramaline, that you are nobody's messenger. Oh. You have not yet expressed where the Banshee cause stand. Lathanyan? I assumed that we reached an understanding in the course of our reminiscing yesterday. Banshees will not participate. We are still recovering from the wounds inflicted in the past war. Perhaps other Sarkaz will castigate us for this, but all present should know that since the war, the allergies have yet to cease in our valley. We had suffered grievous losses. If Casdo calls on the aid of the Banshees once more, then I will give the same promise as Fremont. The Banshees will be there. But until that day, you'll find us willing but unable. Naturally, I myself will render what little assistance I am able to give from this day onwards. That's more than we can ask for. Thank you, La Carameline. You are welcome, Your Highness. You know where I stand. For the past 100 years, I have always stood by the decisions you made. I can only hope that your brother does not blame us for watching from the sidelines. Next, Lord Nesalim, the Nock-Zer King? You were once the leader of the War Council and the mentor of Theresesinai. This event is truly a course in pronunciation. Where do the other council members that you represent stand on the matter? Have you discussed with them the Dasmatzi cluster? They have long been since taken out of the root of in Castel. Under many different names and faces, we have had many conversations over the years, and they have no objections. Then I have no objections of my own. Your Highness need not worry about the bureaucratic hurdles, policy imperfections, or enforcement mechanisms. Where I stand is also where the other members of the council stand. What's with the ooh? He looks like he's floating, so I was trying to make like a floating noise. Ooh. We all know what we are truly looking for. A turnabout, a change, a banner. Go. Do as you will. We will. Noxura King. I promise you that. I trust that this stagnant and dulled war can take on a new form. Excuse me, in your hands. Hello, Krakatun. Welcome, welcome. Hi, hi. Thank you for stopping by. That sounded more like a groan than a flying noise. He is, in fact, floating. When he first appeared, everyone thought he was just very tall. I notice you have not said a word this entire meeting. Sanguinarch of vampires? To take the War Council and the century of history behind it, and sweep it into the gutter alongside the exalted heroic age. What little triumphs within. Is that the general's decision?
It is our decision. Speak your mind.
Duckaral. Duckaral lowers his gaze. Teresa's white skirt is mottled with many a blackened bloodstain. The Sanguinarch is highly attuned to such matters. He senses the blood of the lowly, the foul stench of fallen descendants, and the murky taint of the royal court members who willingly debase themselves. I thank your highness for purifying the filthy blood that I so abhor in my steed. But never have I needed to hide my requests behind honey words. Can't stay long. Just want to pop by and say yo. Alright, hi Crackerton and bye Crackerton. But never. Oh. The military commission is merely an attempt to hide Sarkazza's witchcraft and blood behind a more modern, efficient name. Truth be told, I feel like this is insignificant. More than insignificant. It is simply not necessary. You reject the proposal? On behalf of the vampire court? Duckrail glances at Theresis, but Theresis remains indifferent to him. Time has left almost no trace on the mixed blood of Sarkas. He stands steadfast by Teresa's side, the same nameless warrior who stood by the seamstress a century ago. His eyes never fall on the vampire. Not a rejection, no. I'm merely expressing some minor frustrations about this meeting. You are a great and powerful, all of you are. But how long has it been since so many of the members of the royal court have gathered here in Castel? Not to mention that it was you who defeated that foolish coalition in the prior age and wrestled the future into your own hands before personally establishing the War Council. And now you wish to personally change this council. Why? Look about you at all the other dignitaries. Voice acting reminds me of Snape from Harry Potter. Oh, speaking of which, I got to watch Harry Potter and it was a really good time. I like Harry Potter. Harry Potter's a fun movie, very fun movie. I enjoy it a lot. Snape is more like Potter. Look about you at other dignitaries in this chamber.
Ronald Weasley.
You would foist some ridiculous title upon me before forcing all the vampires to bow down to your commission. Huh. We have the same frequency as with the Valley Girl thrown in. When did you learn this political trickery that those Victorians and Lathanians so love? Why not just take my head here and now and slaughter the vampires within the city walls? This meeting was not convened to persecute anyone. Oh. I just love that little noise for some reason. I really like it. Oh. Despite that Snape is a loyal simp. Hey guys, no spoilers of Harry Potter, okay? No spoilers. Okay, no spoilers of Harry Potter. In case there are any, no spoilers. Was that not? It was convened to discuss how to bring Castle into a new age. A new age? Is that so-called age of the 6 heroes' songs that loved praise? What I saw was bloodthirst and violence. I had thought that when I arrived in Castel, I'd be greeted with the sound of Wyliss's wailing. But what did I see instead? I saw the coalition routed, witchcraft enough to cover the land and fill the skies. I crushed the enemy front. I felt amazement. I felt excitement, spurred by my passion. I took the head of the Lithenian envoy who had orchestrated coalition and offered it to the War Council. Nesalem. That war was the true beginning of a new age. I thought you would agree with me. Have you two succumbed to schemes and politics and shut your ears to the echoes of the abyss? The abyss has no place for you, Duck Rael. Do not drag me into your tantrum. Oh, my apologies, but I'm curious what position they offer the esteemed Stark as Master of the War and military commission that has rendered you ever so short-sighted. All I await is the next war. And what war would that be? If it pleases you, Your Highness, come, Duck Rael. I will show you. The Ressa nods her head in silent approval. The King of Sarkaz's emotions envelop the entire chamber and all members of the royal court. Through the king's eyes, they see ruination and grief. They see the century-old order that the Gaulish Empire so painstakingly maintained. They see Lingones, the capital of the war, doomed to never again appear on the map of Terra. By the way, I don't think you can clip something and make it go viral like that. How do you make something go viral? You know, you can't just make it happen. Those present during the recall campaign reduced Casdel to dust. But it is not yet over. An even further future, an even further fantasy, an even further possibility. Not with that attitude. It is no longer a story to reflect upon. Rather, it is speculation, deduction, prediction, and a verdict. But none question it, for all possibilities must be treated equally. And its ending is equally significant and indisputable as any other. It is a change, a turning point in history, a divergence of fate, crucial war looms in the horizon. It will span from now until the distant future, impacting every Sarkaz and all of Terra. All present has seen their positions in that war. The roles that they wish to play. Oh. You should understand now, vampire. You should understand what these visions mean. Or perhaps you have begun to grow weak and feeble as wilies in the short span of 100 years. You were once a warrior. I cannot deny that. How long do you gonna stream? Because the story is long and Prob 2 will need it. I'm coming up here at the end in about 30 minutes, so... yeah. But you were saying that the new and reborn Castle requires the royal court to relinquish its former authority? Close, but not quite. Oh. The new castle will no longer require the royal court's formal authority. It will be more modern, more efficient. Duck-rail. How the Sarkaz speaks so of unity will continue to indulge in your noble bloodlines will come from the rule of the royal court. It's gonna be a lot of more streams to read. That's alright. Have years of Hayami content. You will still rule over your own court and maintain the power and prestige you hold among the Sarkaz. The vampire court must yield to the military commission. I promise you this in Theresa's name. Theresa's name. Oh. When that age that you have witnessed will come, Castor will no longer be a single dot on the map. It was once more than just a city, and so it shall be more again. Oh. It seems that I have spoken out of turn. Please continue, Your Highness. Theresa. The aftermath of the ongoing conflict, enough to reshape our current power dynamics, will engulf us all. Castel cannot escape it. The Dasmati and I both saw the visions of the campaign that will destroy the Lingons. High efficiency command system made possible by Originium Arts. High-speed battleships that can break through front lines, maneuver tactics that can mobilize entire legions. New advancements are applied to the battlefield as we speak. Their capacity for destruction is surpassing our innate instinct rooted in our bloodlines. What worries me more is the fact that we will still find fellow Sarkaz among the countless casualties of war. Gaul employed royal court casters, and the Liches and Lethanian are killing each other in battle, while certain Wendigo is spilling the blood of his fellow Sarkaz to prove his loyalty to the Ursine Tasser. The Length rivals Lone Trail? As for the Sarkaz, mercenaries set foot in the front lines as odds fodder. They won't even be counted in any nation's casualty statistics.
The Sarkas massacre one another in wars we have no stake in, regarded as disposable goods, to be abandoned without care by the leaders of those wars. For the sake of keeping pace with these changes, Sarkas must once again gather around the furnace, and, if necessary, the power to dominate the war lies in our hands.
Theresis looks at Teresa, looking for Theresis looks at Theresa, waiting for her opinion. But Theresa does not speak, her eyes placid as before.
We will plunder the other nations and wrest their profound secrets from them. We were once the proud force, Tikaz, forced to become the Sarkas and decided as devils. Because the Outlanders feared us, it is an ancient fear rooted deep in our hearts. Let us remind them, let us show all of Terra our history and legend that has either been forgotten or falsified. The Sarkans are not weak. We do not need others to save us from our fate. On the contrary, we will dictate how this land should move forward. The details of our plans have been delivered to all present through the runic arts of the Banshees. Doxxing, do you still hold down?
No, exceptional work. Theresis set aside a seat on the military commission for the Crimson Court. It appears that our Noxxing king has not yet grown addle with age, but as to whether or not he could usher in such a grand feast.
Warriors need not die in a blaze of glory.
That is vulgarity only chased by those who seek fame. Oh, I nearly forgot you were here, Laquermalie.
I have made myself abundantly clear from the start, Prince Duckrail. I need only silently observe your enthusiastic attempt at self-expression.
How pitiful it is to look upon such a shabby little court. I cherish your elegies.
Then I shall promise you, when death comes for you, the Lord of Banshees will sing an elegy delivered to you by the night wind.
Set aside your chatter for another time. It seems their highnesses still have matters to discuss. The other members of the War Council will wish to know their decisions. Duckrail, Laquermalie, and you, Damasti, disguised outside the door with me. The Noxxing king nods his head towards Theresa. The other two members of the royal court do not bid the king farewell. They simply follow the Noxxing king. After the meeting's end, Theresis stands by Theresa's side, standing silently. He knows that she will be expecting an answer from him. You never mentioned that you had announced plans for war to the royal court. You did not refute me either. 4 to 5 part stream. Would I have been able to refute anything? You are well aware of what I think. If you wanted to argue against any of it, You would have done so a few years ago. From now on, I have them by the reins, but it's not just them. This entire city hungers for war. I will prevent matters from heading down the worst possible path, lest the prospects of Terra's continued existence becomes infinitesimally strong. You must be quick about it. I will. What does Fremont Sutter say? As Theresis opens the envelope, the writing vanishes before his eyes, yet the message has already etched itself indibly in his mind. He has surmised that would transpire during the meeting rather accurately. He has given his opinion on some matters alongside a reminder. Do not place all your coming hopes in one basket. Who knows? It depends on whether Hayami would like to continue reading the event on stream. There's a lot here, I'll say that much. The nomadic city of Castel. You with that Babel? Don't count me in on the military commission to look after you at all. Don't count on the military commission to look after you at all. We're here to help you. Help me? My parents died at the hand of you, Laythanians. Laythanian. You got some nerve. What, not scared of me? We knew what to expect when we came here. Just need some getting used to. Besides, our captain warned us not to agitate the locals. You looking down on me? Sarcasm swearing. I just like how it's just like sarcasm swearing. Suddenly, sarcasm swearing. Sarcasm swearing. Eh? The heck is this? Let me go. Welcoming wave. Do not harm him, but do make him leave. Dr. Calcit? I said not to deviate from our planned route, even if it is to treat the wounded along the way. Sorry, Dr. Calcit. No matter, you handled it well. We've reached our destination. Wait a second, what is that? What is that? Could not connect you to the reCAPTCHA service. I know what it is. Give me 1 second. There we go. It's gone now. Okay, just an alert. Welcome to Babel. How does censored swearing in Arknights? Sarcasm swearing. Babel office. Castel. Did you manage to retrieve all our stray colleagues? Yes, all's well with them. The construction of Babel's facilities is proceeding smoothly. That school that you were looking so forward to is already complete. Yet, I heard the unbeatable Dr. Calcit not too long ago has been turned down, even kicked out. I did not foresee such a direct refusal. I'm not surprised at all, to be honest. Too many sarcasms the invitation of the king is barely worth the paper it's printed on. On the other hand, our connections with Sargon and Rimbiliton have delivered good news. As for Columbia, some scientists have proposed a technology exchange program. They have their eyes on ancient Sarkaz witchcraft, while we have need of their latest mobile forms. It took us a century's effort to share an equal dialogue with these powers. The results speak for themselves. You are creating new history, Theresa. Thank you, Kelset. But I can tell you've got a lot on your mind recently. The military commissions has been formally established. Babel's existence will spark yet another near irreconcilable conflict in Castel. Our staff comes from different races and nations. How should they live alongside the Sarkaz? In your efforts to soothe enmity and prejudice, instead become a fuse to spark conflict in you. What does your highness plan to do? If we cannot even eliminate prejudice and hatred within the walls of Sarkaz, how can Babel hope to achieve equality for Sarkaz throughout all of Terra? There will be members of the military commission posted to Babel soon. They will ensure the safety of our people. This will also serve as a warning to some. Babel is backed by both Theresis and me. Keep fighting, I am. Go, go, fight. Go, go, fight. Fight, fight, fight. Go, go, fight. Oh, right. Did I ever tell you how I met the Sancta Messenger, Calcet? Strange. The Sancta do not generally approach the borders of Castel. This was why your highness suddenly disappeared this afternoon? Was it that obvious? I thought La Quarmaline had me covered. The Lord of the Banshees certainly tried, but judging from the results, she isn't the best pick for clerical work. Irreconcilable. Oh, thank you. He was getting water from the river, and we struck up a conversation. We chatted about many things: history, peace, hatred. Our viewpoints did not align on most things, but I can sense wisdom in him. I could sense wisdom in him. I could sense in him wisdom and intelligence beyond his ears. He had thoughts concealed within his heart, ones even he did not know of. And so, he used the power of the King of Sarkaz on a Sancta. I simply wished to know what this fated encounter meant. And what did it mean? It's still hard to say, but while I was looking into Soul, I felt that perhaps we're not alone, Calcet. Many on this land are doing all they can to pursue hope. Hope's big and small. Hope's bright and beautiful. That hurt. Are these people nuts or something? I just wanted to get a few nice things for myself. Never even heard of any Babel. He steadies himself against the wall, gasping for air, as his vision begins to blur. Fatigue floods his limbs, weighing him down. Through his blurred vision, he sees another in front of him fall to the crazed attacker's blades. He knows he will be next. I refuse to die here. It's you or me, you jerks. Out of my way! He uses the last of his strength to barrel his way out, but the only resistance he meets is solid ground. All he sees is black. Are you alright? Are you trying to save me just now? There's so much blood. Why does it feel like I'm the one saving you? Hold on. I'll bring you to Babel. Our doctors there can help you. I'm still alive. What would those lunatics Who would have thought that those lunatics would decide to attack innocent bystanders in broad daylight to get to Babel? I don't know how the others are faring. Hey, stay with me still. Hey, stay with me. I still don't know your name. I'm Good Luck. Huh? For the first time, he regrets giving himself that name. You guys aren't wrong. This is really long. Two. Ooh, if I start that, that's gonna spoil something for me, isn't it? Well, I don't want to start the next one because I don't think we'll actually finish it. So, you guys want to do something else in Arknights? R.I.P. Good Luck. Good luck, more like goodbye. IS. A quick IS run? Sure, I can do a quick one. Oh wait, I'm in the middle of an IS, it looks like. So we can continue the one I was doing, why don't we? That seems like fun. Dun 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 dun. Yeah. Yeah.
At least make it challenge.
IS2, eh? Yes, IS2. Uh-oh. You said the stream ends when I fail my run, but I think that might be happening a little sooner than we'd want. Okay, I gotta set my healers down here to make sure she stays alive. Why not continue with BB 9 and 10? Go, my dragon! Go, dragon, go! Go, my dragon, go! BB9 is basically story. Oh gosh! Heal! 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 A really major cutscene? Oh, so if I do it, I'll be in a bit of a... I'll be basically ending the story. BB9 is a real trauma stage. Dun-dun. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
We got him. Okay, now I can start deploying other people. Pa, 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 pa. Dun, 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 dun. No! Please don't attack her. She didn't do anything wrong. Heal him. Here's a memento. Is the stage that broke many doctors and caused so much crying that you can make a lake of tears. Pow, pow. So BB9 is the crying one? You know what? Instead of moving into IS2, why don't we do it? Because I don't think I'll be able to get as far as much as I'd hope before the event goes away. Especially considering how I'm doing Limbus. So to do the stages before the event ends, even if it's not, because you'll need pulls for Dungeon Mishi. Dun, dun. At least do it off stream. Get your tissues ready then. Outside Rhodes Island, Casdell. Babel is defenseless, as the regent said. Keep quiet, stay alert, stick to the original route and find the king. Their main force is not on the ship. They will need time to call for support. Babel's guards still haven't noticed us. His Highness was right. There's something high up in the enemy's chain of command. All units enter the ship. We settle this quickly. Avoid anything unexpected. 10 minutes ago, Amiya was roused. Babel is continually being maintained and renovated. It has already been seen massive changes. Maybe Closure is busy fixing things again? The doctor left many picture books in her room. Her favorite is the one that tells of someone who falls from the sky riding a fantastical vehicle and the many adventures that come of it. But she is not fond of the ending. The hero repairs the vehicle and has to return to the sky, saying goodbye to the children on the ground. I really don't like all this noise. The doctor still isn't here. Teresa. I still need to find Teresa. Hello, Mr. Downing. You dropped your pliers. Here. Thank you, Amiya. Where are you going? I'm going to speak to the speaker's office to find Teresa. Alright, have you seen the doctor? The doctor? It's been a few days. That one ought to be in the command center overseeing the operation. Whoa! Hi, Orange. I knew the doctor must be busy with something. Okay, bye-bye. Don't run so fast, Amiya. There's still a lot of places being overhauled on the ship. So make sure you don't trip. That girl really is... Oh. That one's handled. Proceed. If you see anyone, don't hesitate. I brought my book, Teresa. Huh? Why is the door shut? Teresa, it's me. Are you in there? Closure once taught me another way to open the door. It's open. Teresa. What are you doing, Amiya? I heard some loud noises that sounded really close. I got a little scared. We can go home soon. You look tired. Would you like to stay with me while I work? Is this a storybook? I see. Well, why do you think this will affect her much without knowing as per why this is even happening? Thank you, Teresa. Alright, come over here. Once we finish the story, I'll take you to my homeland to play. You know, I actually don't think I'm gonna have time for this. So here's what I'll do, guys. I'm gonna do the challenge event next week. So I'm going to read the story leading up to BB9. And then on the challenge event, we'll do that. So I will read the pieces and then go to BB9 and we'll watch that one and then we'll go through the challenge story. That That way, I can have full context, and then we can see the sad scene together. I think that is much better, considering how little time I have left. I think that will end up working out so much better. And we can all sob and cry together and wonder why we did this to ourselves, and it hits harder. Okay. Bum 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 bum.
Justice Knight, 準備はいいわよ。
Nya 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 nya. Oh, this is gonna be hard actually. I don't have any wait, I did have a healer. I didn't put them in my squad. How is Nyami? I'm good. Thank you for asking, Orange. Whoa. Hakuro ne Kozan. Hakuro? So she speaks. She of all people speaks to Hakuro. I see. This is indeed a poop integrated strategies level. Good morning, Nebfer. I do not enjoy this one. This one makes me feel bad at the game. Bung, 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 bung. She came home to me during the Shu event. So you, of all people, can speak to Shu. You will def not enjoy the worst version of this map. Someone got through. What a man! Super Smash Brothers. Oh, this is awful. Get them! Please! Stop them from getting through! I feel your frustration with this map. Thank you. I'm glad that you understand the pain that this map can cause. Kablam! Those dogs have block effect? Oh no! Don't let them through! Please! One more hit! It's okay. We are strong and we are successful. Nah, those are regular dogs? Hot dog? Yeah. Hot diggity dog. I don't think so. They're normal dogs. There's a Riganium ingots in my heart. There's a Riganium ingots in my heart. Okay, let's get some healers in here. Why the dogs still went past Shu?
Justice Knight 出発するわよ。
Justice Knight 出発するやよ。
目標をロックしたわよ。
戦のための歌。
入り、ジャスティスナイトは皆様に適時適切なサポートをお届けするわ。
Okay, now let's put a dragon here. Pow, pow, pow. Also, this is rat stage.
戦場は墓場よ。いくらでも待つよ。
Uh-oh.
Idziemy.
Whoa. Hayami, hello guys. Hi Matthias, welcome. How are you doing? Oh, sweet lord. Please, don't do what I think you're gonna do, sir.
本当にご無沙汰な言葉よ。
Please don't hurt my people. They are but weak and frail.
ここつより草が生え、荒れ地は送電となる。
階級万物を一元に収むるはシャシャ楽々の境地。
Oh.
Move. 持ちこたえてください。生命は晴れがよし、虚空は雨がよし。
私に万物を一元に収むるはシャシャ楽
Oh,
々の
this should be
境
easy.
地にこそあれ。
入り、目標をロックしたわよ。
A tooth for a tooth.
白露に鉱山で植え、十分に平原で植える。
All right, y'all. With that, I think that is going to be where we end our Arknight for today. I want to thank you guys for being here. You guys are the best part of every single stream, and I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. So, stream won't be back until Friday, where we'll be doing the rest of the Limbus Company content, and of course, I'll be doing the challenge stages for Arknights on what's it called? Next week, where we can also watch the Babel thing, and I'll catch up with the Babel story by then as much as possible. But yes, Limbus Company will be on Friday, so please consider stopping by if you like it. If you don't, then perfectly fine, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. All right, everyone, take care, and bye-bye for now.